Hey guys, this is the Sephora VIB Sale Haul 2015. I know I haven't filmed in a while or uploaded in a while, but you know, whatever life is throwing at you, you do your Sephora VIB Sale Haul. And this is my second time filming it. I had filmed this and another video earlier, and there was a situation where I don't know, maybe I can't feel how my clothing is, but maybe I wasn't even looking at the viewfinder while I was filming, but my left breast was definitely trying to like come out. And then I'm reviewing the footage and I'm editing, I'm like, can I save this? Can I save? No, I can't save this. Okay, so here we are. Obviously you go into the sale with 20% off. I also had $200 in gift cards, which is always nice. I kind of plan ahead. Okay, so I only picked up one skincare item, and it's the Luna oil. The Sunday Riley Luna oil. I have Flora, I have Juno, I have Good Jeans, and I have the Sunday Riley primer, face primer, the tinted primer. So I would actually recommend all of those things. Good Jeans I haven't found like a huge difference in. Perhaps I did not give it a good shot, but I've tried using it as a serum, I've tried using it as a mask, I've used it like in tandem with other things, and it doesn't do anything bad, but I haven't seen anything great. The Flora oil and the Juno oil I feel like are quite similar in that they both have a lot of essential oils and antioxidants that kind of work really well together for moisture. Luna is the only one that has, I think, what I would call an active ingredient. It has retinol in it. So when you put this on at night and you wake up the next morning, you will see like there's a marked difference because it is an active ingredient. Whereas I feel like when you just combine a whole bunch of oils, while they're really nourishing and great for your skin, you're not going to see any changes. Like this, it's like, I don't know if it was like because I was paying super attention to it. I'm like, do my, you know, hyperpigmentation areas look lighter? And okay, I have fairly good even skin, but like, you know, after I got back from New York from Generation Beauty, I was talking to Andrew about this. Like, we usually do not break out. I don't know what happened. I got back home and then he was like, I just filmed and I had like a monster zit on my forehead. I'm like, oh my God, I got like a monster zit on my cheek. And we were just like, it was just really funny. But so there, and then I don't know, I just started getting like little blemishes, like ones that would like clear out in like a couple of days, like nothing where I had to like pop and push and stuff like that, but like it still leaves a mark. So I felt like this maybe lightened it, whereas instead of it looking kind of like grayish brownish, it looked more like pink the next morning. So I like to think that it was doing something. Anyway, love this so far, and my skin in general really loves retinol products. Any retinol product I've tried has worked out really well for me. And I just picked up the Colleen Rothschild retinol treatment with the hydrating mask. It was like a little duo kit thing, and it was on promotion for like, I think like 40%, I don't know. But that's my next up, we're gonna talk lip products. I pretty much did, usually I'm big on like concealers and foundations, bronzers, highlights, like more like skin products, like face products. But this time I really didn't do too much in that arena. I tried to do like more color cosmetics. So the first thing I picked up was from Lancome, and it's their Les Lipstiques lip liners, and this one is in Bronzelle. It's what I have on. That's what Bronzelle looks like. It's super beautiful, and I have something else that I'm going to show you right over it. I feel like I'm like kind of like not in the frame. Like I feel like I should have used like a higher tripod, so I'm like kind of scrunching down like Gollum. Anyway, let's try. Even if my head gets cut off, we're just gonna try and stay like in the frame, or like, you know what I mean, like not be like this. I'm sorry if at any point in time I look like this and like you have a young child or something. This formula, I'm so sorry. And it glides. Like I feel like this is like a gel lip liner. It is fantastic, and I really hope to get more colors. I saw some on eBay, but the color selection was very like slim, and yeah, you could probably get them for under 10 bucks maybe, but I don't know. This is like one of those lip liners where I'm like, I really want one for my purse and one for my vanity so I could have it at all times. It's that good. It glides on. I don't know how to explain to you. Like it just glides on so beautifully. And if you're someone that like doesn't take a lot of care for your lips, like there are days when I don't get to exfoliate and I don't really, you know, apply a balm. Like I just kind of like deal with it. Like if there's like a little crack, it does come with a brush. It's not like the best brush in the world, but it definitely works. I think whenever you apply lip liner, it is a really good idea to kind of run a brush along the edges to smooth it out and make it look less lip lined, you know what I'm saying? My favorite lip brush that comes with a liner is from Dior. if you get any Dior sharpenable pencil lip liners, that lip brush is so good. I have two YSL lip repurchases, and it is the Volupte Sheer Candy in number 13 and 14. So let me show you, because the two I have, I keep these in my purse. They're like pretty much down to nothing. So, ooh. So here's what they look like. The brownier one is number 13, and then this kind of like more, I guess, berry mauve color is number 14. So those are the swatches. That's number 13 and that's number 14. I went through these so quickly. I feel like number 13 I picked up the last VIB sale haul, and so, you know, about a year ago. But this one I probably picked up within this year, and it's like almost out. The formula of the Volupte Sheer Candy lipsticks or whatever, I don't know if I call it lipstick, it's like, it feels like a balm. They're so good. They're moisturizing, they add just a little bit of shine, it evens everything out, it hides a little any kind of dry areas. So I love using them, and I use them constantly throughout the day to reapply. Not constantly, that makes it seem like they don't last, but like if I reapply, I just like apply one of those over whatever I'm currently wearing, and that's why they have gone and that's why I've used them up so quickly. So the third YSL product I picked up is this one. This is a Rouge Volupte Shine, and it has the gold packaging, which I love. And this one is in number 11. I think it's Beige Instinct, and it's what I have on all over my lips on top of the Lancome Bronzelle. And this color, it has a little more pigmentation, this formula, but it's still super, super like smooth and moisturizing. And that's it right there. So I really love that. I like that there's kind of a slight variety maybe here in terms of color, but they all kind of go well together. So I've been slowly easing back into buying glosses in the past few years. I kind of veered away from them for a while, and now I'm kind of back on that train, and I'm excited. So you're gonna see, like, I bought some gloss. So the first two are from Marc Jacobs, and they are the High Shine, is it High Shine Enamored glosses? On top we have Pretty Thing, and on the bottom we have Taboo. And here are the swatches for you. That's Pretty Thing and that's Taboo. Taboo has, like, it's like a browner lip gloss, but it does have a lot of kind of like really, really tiny like shimmers in it. But they just end up looking, they end up creating like a pearlized effect. And that's what I have on, like in the center, like right here. You're probably not gonna see that much because I'm someone that when I apply lip products, when I get the lip liner on, I really blend it in with my finger, and then when I put like a lipstick on top of that, I'll blend that in with my finger, and then when I put a gloss on again, I like to push everything into my lips with my finger, so no part of it looks like super, like, I don't know, you know, it's like what I do with skincare, like you press everything in so it like becomes one. So that's what I do with my lip products. I also picked up, okay, so where do I start here? I picked up this whole Buxom kit. Now, I'm usually not into picking up kits of just like one item, like I would never pick up like a 5-piece blush set or a 5-piece bronzer set, just because like I know that there's just gonna be some that I'm not gonna use. So this was like a really big piece. It was 59 bucks, and you get 15 of the lip polishes and lip creams. And I had gone so many times to Sephora, and I swatched and I played with it, and I liked every single color. And then I still didn't buy it. Like I put in 2 orders, and I still didn't buy it in my first order. But one of the ones that really stood out to me was Hot Toddy, and I love it. It's so beautiful. I bought the full size. I don't know where it is. Like I thought it was in my purse, so I took out Hot Toddy to show you the one that I got. So that's Hot Toddy right there. I love this so much. It is such a beautiful color. I just don't know where the full size one is. I have no idea where I put it. It's somewhere. But I mean, I'm not going to swatch all of these for you. I'm going to link the beauty lookbook below. If you're not following her blog, you need to. She reviews anywhere from, like, I would say high-end to luxury. There's no drugstore on there. But when she did her blog post on this, and she wore every single color on her lips, and her coloring is very similar to mine. Like her and the beauty professor are who I go to find like my matches for foundation at all times. So when she did a blog post on this and swatched like hand swatched and then kind of on her lips, that's what sold me, and I was like, okay, I feel good picking up this kit because they all look so beautiful on her. And I've always loved the formula of these glosses, and I've loved them from the beginning. I just don't buy glosses that often, but this was kind of like, you know, I think I'm good on glosses for a while. So I'll definitely link the blog post below. It's a fantastic post. You'll get a really good idea of the formula, the finish, how it looks, etc. I also picked up Serena, and it's a beautiful, beautiful gloss. It's like I mean, it's described as like a brown sparkle, but it has like purple and pink in it as well. But when I applied it, it's beautiful, but when you try to remove it, like it just left so much kind of like glitter particles on my lips that I was like, like I would scrub and scrub and scrub and I could not get them off, and it wasn't something that was worth it to me. Like if that gloss was like, I don't know, $5, maybe I keep it and just use it for like certain looks, but to spend 18, even with like, is it 18 or $19 that those like full size ones are, even at 20% off, I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm not gonna reach for it that often. And in fact, I have found some, I think Hard Candy does some that are very similar in color. I have a drugstore diaries for you guys planned, maybe 2 videos based on like what I've been picking up and things that I think are really great. So stay tuned for that. So that's all the lip stuff I picked up. Let's move on to eyes. I grabbed the Ardency Inn Modster Trio of liners. It has all the basic colors. I love that they did this because sometimes it's like they'll give you a black, a brown, and like bright purple, or a black, a brown, and like a bright blue, which is great because you get that pop of color, but sometimes I just don't want a blue liner or a green liner. So this one, you get black, a brown in the shade Coffee, I think, and then they give you like a really beautiful gold, but it comes out more of like an antiqued gold. So I love it. It's like a really great neutral set. Those are the swatches. You have black, coffee, and gold. So the colors are beautiful. Pigmentation is beautiful, but my favorite eyeliner for lining the upper waterline, I have probably been lining my upper waterline every single day for maybe the past couple of years now. It just makes your eyeliner, eye area, mascara, fake lashes, the whole area just looks 10 times better when you do the waterline, or you tight line the upper waterline. The Trina Tarantino is like my favorite formula for that. It's super smooth, but it's kind of hard to come by. I usually pick it up when it's on Outlook. I'll pick up like 3 at a time. So the formula of these is very similar to me. They go on super pigmented, super smooth, super creamy. And they are all, I think they're supposed to be waterproof. Let me see. Well, these don't say waterproof on them. I have 2 other ones. I have one in cream and I have a yellow one. The cream one I have on my waterline today. So that's kind of, so if my eyes look, you know, slightly bigger than usual, that's what it is. Because I usually I just like leave, ooh, sticky gloss in the hair. Okay, this is another reason why we probably didn't wear gloss for a while. So anyway, you got all 3 liners for $29 with the 20% off. So at this point, you're kind of like at drugstore level pricing per eyeliner, which is great because these are so good. I would say my favorite liners at the drugstore are probably the L'Oreal Silkissime liners are really fantastic. What other ones are really good? I'm like drawing a blank, but those like stand out to me. It's like my favorite like drugstore pencil liners. Another eye product I picked up was the Benefit Air Patrol. When I first saw this come out, I think it was probably on Instagram, I was super excited because it has SPF. And then I was at Ulta one day and I swatched it and I was like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. It kind of cancels out any kind of veins or capillaries or whatever it is. Like discoloration kind of, it evens out your whole eyelid area. I love this. I love the formula. I love the actual product. I hate the applicator. I've been using this every day since I got it, and like it has just gotten really disgusting. So you can see kind of how gross it's been getting. So even if you do just like 1 click, you get enough product and you can get your whole eyes, but then more wants to come out, and then it kind of settles on the tip, and then you end up with this like really gross situation. Now, what I do the next day, oh, I'm sorry if I was out of focus. What I do the next day is whatever that's kind of like not super liquidy anymore, I'll take the kind of more almost cream-like substance and I'll apply it to any like dark spots on my face to act as like a primer / canceling agent corrector before I apply concealer on those spots. So that works out really well, but it's just like, I think this just needs to be in a squeeze tube. Like I know the Benefit takes a lot of pride and like involves a lot of like, they use a lot of creativity to create the packaging. Also, I think this was kind of pricey. This is like almost $30, but again, love the product. I just hate the applicator. So for that reason, I probably won't rebuy this unless they change the packaging. Another really cute offering from Ardency Inn was the Modster Pigment Duo, and it came in a cute little box, and you get Rose Gold and Sunday. In the last VIB sale, I picked up Hell, and I think I picked up Peacock a little later. Ardency Inn does amazing eyeshadows. Definitely, I don't know, top 5 formulas. Ardency Inn, Burberry, Tom Ford, Bizart. I'm trying to think of who else's eyeshadows I really, really love. Anyway, Makeup Forever, the new Makeup, oh, it's not new anymore. Anyway, we'll get into that later. So I have 2, so I picked up these 2. These were, again, $29 for both with the 20% off on top of that. So I love this rose gold, and it's one of their most popular colors. Whenever I've tried to pick it up before, it's always sold out. So I was really surprised they included it in this kit. I am always surprised when brands include all popular products in a kit and not throw in that like random dinky thing that they're trying to get rid of, you know what I'm saying? So there's Rose Gold and Sunday. This Rose Gold I think is a really unique shade of rose gold in terms of all the rose golds that I've seen in terms of eyeshadows. This one really goes like deeper, and I really like the metallic finish on it. It has a more of like a pinky mauve base, and then this right here is Sunday. It's super beautiful. I have Sunday on all over the lids, and then I have, what do I have in the crease? I think I have like a Maybelline eyeshadow in the crease and then like on the lower lash line, but I have been really into using Sunday. Sunday got me out of doing smoky eyes every day. I mean, if you watch this channel, you follow me on Instagram, like smoky eyes is like pretty much my everyday look. So I don't know what it was about this shade. It's not that like Sunday is such a unique shade, but like maybe it was the formula or how it wasn't like super shimmery. I just really started like using it and like doing like a kind of like a more simple lighter eye. I picked up both of the Ciate Olivia Palermo eyeshadow palettes. You get 8 colors, which is great. And in the center you get a 9th shade, which is really beautiful for the upper brow bone as opposed to the lower brow bone. Anyway, all the shades. The formula is crazy beautiful. Like they're super pigmented. They blend really well. They're like a creamy powder, like not creamy in that like you can create an indentation, but like it just feels really creamy. Also, like the packaging is beautiful. You kind of have this like faux pebbled leather with gold. Like how beautiful, right? So that was Smoky Suede's. This one is just called the Smoldering Eye Palette, and this is what this one looks like. It's ever so slightly more colorful with the inclusion of like this blue, but otherwise it's still a fairly kind of like, you know, easy to wear palette. So I mean, you just, you know, you kind of press your finger in a little bit and you get really beautiful colors. I'm a big fan of those shadows. Ciate is coming out with so much stuff, and I feel like a lot of it is really good. I haven't bought a lot of it, but like I've swatched some of it when I've been to Sephora's that have a display. Very few of them do. I feel like the last time I saw Ciate display was probably in Atlanta. So I mean, you guys have one if you're down there. I keep feeling, you know how like sometimes when you think you feel a hair on your arm, but there's like no hair in your arm, you're like, what is touching my arm? Like that's the state I'm in right now. Last but not least in the eye category, yeah, the Makeup Forever the Makeup Forever Artist Palette. This is the nudes, and I know that this is their newest formula, and while it's not super new, was it launched last year? I feel like it was launched last year. I never bought any of the shadows. I just didn't, I don't know why I didn't do it. Maybe because like I wasn't like a super big fan of the Makeup Forever eyeshadows before. Like I thought they were okay, but I never would want to like buy a palette of those shadows. So when this formula came out, everyone was raving about it. I'm like, I'm sure it's good, but I just like didn't get into it. And I was also in that phase of like, I'm not gonna buy palettes. Or at least I was like trying not to buy palettes as well as blog selling the ones I did have. Now I'm kind of like, now that I feel comfortable with my collection, I can start to kind of, you know, slowly, hopefully curate or collect more palettes that I think that I would use often. This is what the palette looks like. It is by no means any kind of like groundbreaking, unique shade situation, but the formula really is superior. Like, I don't know how they did this, but like the mattes are stunning, the shimmers are stunning, shadows that look like they have tons of glitter in them, you swatch them and you apply them and it's like magical how it doesn't look cheap and it doesn't feel cheap, and it still applies in a way where the glitters show up but they don't look ugly and like, you know what okay, my heat just went on, hopefully that didn't, you know, affect anything, but those are just some swatches, really quick swatches. They're just really buttery and beautiful. Like you just cannot, like they're stunning. So I'm not for a second gonna act like I like went all on my own and like got these shadows. After this video, I'm going to film a what's in my mailbox video, and it's just gonna be a whole bunch of PR stuff. And Makeup Forever had sent me their newest like artist palette that's coming out for the holidays. And at first when I saw that on Instagram, I was like, eh, but then I touched the shadows and I used the shadows and I was like, oh my god. And that's why I picked up this palette. So let's not act like I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. Like, it wasn't like an instinctual thing on my part. Like, I got sent those and I love those so much, and that's why I picked up this palette. I think we are nearing the end, which is good. 2 of the Sephora Gel Serum Concealers. I picked up number 9 and number 11. I picked up number 9 for the under eyes, which did I use that today? No, I didn't. And then I picked up number 11 for the face. I think if you are trying to match your skin online, it is damn near impossible. You need to swatch these, or you're just gonna have to like buy a few colors and then maybe return them. I mean that's like no one's preference because you feel like you're wasting, but it is very difficult to find your shade. Like, I know that I probably went to Sephora 4 or 5 times, like not specifically for this concealer, but like whenever I would go, I would try and figure out my shade. So I have number 9 on top. Is this gonna focus? Okay, number 9 is on top and number 11 is on the bottom. So number 9 I use under the eyes because it has a slightly like pinky peachy undertone to it, so I knew it would kind of cancel out a little bit of darkness. And then number 11 is like a pretty good match for like my face, and I'm around like an NC25. So this is so ugly. I keep seeing like this hair, my hair keeps trying to like go into my bra, and it's not like my favorite thing right now. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it's like I hear myself complain about something and I'm like, shut up. Anyway, these concealers are fantastic. I think they're decent for the face. I love them for the under eyes. These have a sponge tip applicator, but the sponge tip is not super spongy. You know what I'm saying? Like, the level, or like, how do you say this? The height of sponginess coming off of the applicator is not very high. So when you pull this out, you do not get a lot of product. But I kind of like that. I think it depends on your style of application. I like using the minimal amount of product of everything, especially face products. Like, if I can get away with just 1 layer of foundation, that's what I want to do. If I can get through with just like 1 pass of like face powder, that's what I want. So especially something like concealer that tends to be more pigmented and like cake easier, I would say that I like that the applicator doesn't give off a lot. So for some people, I think if you are someone that really loves concealer, you might need to like remove this, do one side of your eye, put it back again, and then pull out more product for the other side. I really just try to make 1 pass with this. Like, I pull it out and I go 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 1 2 1. Like, I almost create like a little triangle of dots, and I love it. This stuff looks so beautiful on the under eyes. I've been seeing kind of mixed reviews on this though, so just saying, I really love it. I think I'm quite discriminating when it comes to face base. So that's just my 2 cents there. I got the Finish line. It's just his like HD powder. Really beautiful. I've been wanting this for a while. I just kind of skipped out on it because, I don't know. I always wait for sales to pick up something like this. I love this. It's super smooth. It's just, it's heavenly feeling. I've used this under the eyes, all over the face. It does that whole blurring imperfections thing. I really like it. And I really like that his face products, I don't know if this is it going to focus for you guys? Yeah. His blushes, powders, and this face powder, I believe even the bronzer has those ridges in it, so that it allows you to pick up the product more, and then you don't kind of like create those like weird areas where there's like, it pools because of, say, like you putting a beauty blender in it, or a brush that might have some, you know, some oils from your face on it. I really like that, so thought I'd mention that. The last item in terms of makeup is this Perfection powder. I got Beige. I actually picked up Beige and Golden. Golden, it's not that it didn't match, but it was like slightly too yellow, so I think maybe in the summer I could probably use it, but I wouldn't purchase the powder just for summer. I just would never do that. But this is in Beige, and it has like a nice warm yellow peachy undertone to it, and I've used this again with a brush, with a beauty blender, set the under eyes, done the whole face, done just, you know, just the face. It's beautiful. I love this. It feels like it's like a gel, like like a gel powder, if that makes any sense at all. I have not been seeing this at the Sephora's. Like, I see Marc Jacobs displays, but I don't see this product. So I don't know what's going on with this, like why it is not included in a lot of the displays that I've seen, but I love this powder and I would recommend it to you. So with this sale, obviously I got my VIB Rouge status reinstated, not reinstated, I guess, like renewed. So you got this like little box and you get your little Marc Jacobs lipstick. I kind of wish they would let you pick like a nude color, because I feel like every time you get like something like this, which I guess makes sense, it's rouge. I mean, it is a stunning color, but like, I don't wear red lips like that. This is so cute and beautiful though. Oh, I almost forgot to share this with you. I picked up the Juliet Has a Gun Discovery Kit. I actually picked this up when it first released. There's 15 samples in here. Am I making that up? No, there's 8 samples in there for $15, and I have picked this up for a gift because I know someone that really like loves fragrances like this. I would say if you are interested, if you like niche, see, here's how you guys say this word. Do you say niche or do you say niche? Niche sounds so ugly, doesn't it? I have always said niche. If you like niche or independent brand fragrances, I highly recommend you pick up the Juliet Has a Gun Discovery Kit. It's $15. You get, they smell unlike so many other scents that I've smelled. Like, I'm not saying you won't find any similarities, but it really does smell unique, for the lack of a better word. And I would highly recommend it. Mine is somewhere in the house open. I've been like testing them out, but they all just smell so nice and they last. I am so sick of buying scents that don't last. Like, sometimes scents will smell so amazing and they're expensive. You buy them, you use them for, is there something in my hair? Oh no. Is that lip gloss or is that powder? Like, what is that? Is that foundation? Oh my god, what is that? Sometimes I wish these like were live filmed and you can also see all my white roots. Do you guys see that? I have so much white hair. All right. Anyway, highly recommend this kit. Okay, so that was the Sephora VIB sale haul for this year. I've been enjoying all the hauls I've been watching, and I hope you enjoyed mine. I'm now going to film a little PR what's in my mailbox video for you guys, and I'll talk to you guys really soon.